My name is Gene Schaff, and Jesus gave me hope. Absolutely had no Christian upbringing whatsoever. I didn't go to church. My family and we actually grew up in San Bernardino, California. So we would actually do a lot of things as a family. We'd travel, go on vacations in the high Sierras. But my mom always said something to me that really stuck with me: never use the Lord's word in vain. Well, I thought it was really ironic because we never went to church. We did a lot of sports activities. So my whole identity really was not in church. I didn't know what church was. Frankly, I didn't even know what prayer was. My whole conversion now, we left California, we went to Oregon, and it turns out that here I am working, and I grew up in a sports family. So my worship of sports was something that I thought my identity, or bringing security for my finances in the future. My dad was a semi-pro ball player before I ever was born, and that was really his dream for me. But so here I am in Oregon, tell you my conversion, because I actually was in a boot and shoe company up in Corvallis, Oregon. And we had boots and shoes and Western stores. I grew up in Southern California with all of that, and then we moved to Oregon. And what happened was, I had this gal that come in to the shoe store, and she asked me, she goes, I'd like to try on this particular pair of boots. So I did. I got down on my knees and I pulled off her shoe, and I thought that was kind of odd for me. And then out of the blue, I was putting this shoe on her, and she asked me, she goes, what are you doing? And I said, well, I'll just put this boot on. She goes, are you a Christian? And I said, well, I'm not an atheist. Well, actually, I'm glad that she didn't call me on that, because I had no idea what an atheist was. And so my conversion from that point on was, she was so genuine and so sincere and so real. We actually started doing racquetball things. We started doing things together. And one day she said, this is probably about 3 weeks after I met her. We were in a parking lot, and she said, would you like to pray to receive Jesus? She had this little Bible, and I had a little Bible, but I never read it. My mom said, never use the Lord's words in vain. I didn't know what prayer was, and she asked me that. I sure didn't want to say no, and I said, well, I do want to pray. And I prayed right there, and I repeated every word that she said. And I had no idea what that led, because within a half an hour, I was listening to Christian music that I've never heard in my entire life, that was so fulfilling and so rewarding. I was blown away, because when I left within an hour and a half out of that parking lot to drive home, something inside me totally changed. I had so much peace. I was actually involved with at least 2 weeks of taking speed once in a while during the week. And I tell you what, I've never had anything like that ever in my entire life. It was a manifestation now that I know what the words are. But I had no Christianese, no knowledge of any of this stuff. And she said, hey, why don't you meet me at church on Thursday? And I thought that was kind of odd, because all I knew is that I thought church was only on Sundays. So from there, it has just been amazing. I've had miracles of healing. God has restored my mind. He's restored my whole life. He's given me hope. I had no idea. I even thought of suicide prior to that. And I just thank God that I saw somebody that was so genuine and so sincere and caring and real, that I thought, oh my gosh, I want that in my life. I want somebody like that in my life.